Across snowy steppes and war-torn roads, Soviet transport vehicles carried troops, artillery, and supplies, sustaining every front throughout World War II. Starting with light and tactical trucks. GAZ-AA. The GAZ-AA was a Soviet 1.5-ton light truck, used for cargo and personnel transport. Crews valued its simplicity, reliability, and ease of repair on frontline roads. GAZ-MM. The GAZ-MM was an upgraded Soviet 1.5-ton truck with reinforced chassis and engine. Crews relied on it for reliable supply delivery across rough terrain. ZIS-5. The ZIS-5 was a versatile 4x2 Soviet truck, used for transporting troops, supplies, and light artillery. Crews appreciated its durability and ease of maintenance. BA-27. The BA-27 was an armored car used for staff transport and reconnaissance. Crews valued its protection and mobility on Soviet battlefields. Ford Timken GAZ. The Ford Timken GAZ was an early Soviet 4x2 truck, used for personnel and cargo transport. Crews appreciated its reliability and simple maintenance in field conditions. WWII. The WWII was a Soviet experimental staff vehicle, tested for mobility and reliability. Crews evaluated its performance in reconnaissance and command transport roles. GAZ-67B. The GAZ-67B was a nimble 4x4 Soviet Jeep, used for reconnaissance and command transport. Crews valued its off-road capability and reliable performance. BA-20. The BA-20 was a lightly armored Soviet vehicle used for reconnaissance and staff duties. Crews relied on its protection and mobility in frontline areas. Moving on to medium cargo and utility vehicles. ZIS-6. The ZIS-6 was a Soviet 6x4 truck used for cargo transport and artillery towing. Crews valued its payload capacity and rugged reliability. Yag-10. The Yag-10 was a Soviet heavy 6x4 truck, used for transporting troops, artillery, and supplies. Crews relied on its strength and off-road durability. KZ-6. The KZ-6 was a Soviet military utility truck, used for troop transport and equipment hauling. Crews valued its versatility and reliable performance in combat zones. ZIS-150. The ZIS-150 was a Soviet 4x2 truck used for cargo and troop transport. Crews appreciated its robust design and long-range reliability on harsh terrain. T-20 Komsomolets. The T-20 Komsomolets was a Soviet armored tractor, used to tow artillery and carry ammunition. Crews relied on its durability and off-road capability. GAZ-AAA. The GAZ-AAA was a Soviet 6x4 truck adapted for towing light artillery. Crews valued its reliability, speed, and adaptability across rough terrain. M1 bus. The M1 bus was a Soviet personnel carrier used for transporting officers and troops. Crews valued its capacity, comfort, and dependable performance. ZIS-21. The ZIS-21 was a Soviet ambulance truck, designed to evacuate wounded soldiers. Crews relied on its reliability and capacity to transport casualties safely. T-26T. The T-26T was a Soviet artillery tractor variant of the T-26 tank, used to tow guns and supplies. Crews appreciated its versatility and durability. Komsomolets trailer. The Komsomolets trailer was used with the T-20 tractor to carry ammunition and artillery. Crews valued its load capacity and rugged reliability. Continuing with heavy transport and artillery vehicles. STZ-5/Z3. The STZ-5 was a Soviet heavy tractor used to tow artillery and supply wagons. Crews valued its power and ability to navigate difficult terrain. Voroshilovets. The Voroshilovets was a Soviet heavy tank transporter, designed to carry tanks like the KV and T-34. Crews relied on its strength and stability. Ya-12. The Ya-12 was a Soviet 12-ton truck used for hauling heavy artillery and supplies. Crews valued its payload capacity and reliability on rough roads. ZIS-42. The ZIS-42 was a Soviet half-track truck, designed for snow and mud terrain. Crews relied on its traction and ability to transport troops or cargo. Comintern. The Comintern was a Soviet armored vehicle used to transport infantry safely. Crews valued its protection, mobility, and ability to operate under fire. T-26 of 37. The T-26-37 was a Soviet amphibious vehicle used to transport troops and light equipment across rivers and swamps. Crews valued its versatility and reliability. Moving forward to specialized and experimental vehicles. KHTZ-16. The KHTZ-16 was a Soviet armored tractor prototype, designed for frontline support and artillery towing. Crews tested its durability and effectiveness in limited trials. STZ-3M. The STZ-3M was a Soviet prototype heavy artillery tractor, designed for improved towing capacity. Crews evaluated its strength, reliability, and off-road performance in wartime conditions. BA-64B. The BA-64B was a Soviet light armored car, used for reconnaissance and staff transport. Crews valued its mobility, protection, and effectiveness in forward operations. GAZ-65. The GAZ-65 was a Soviet experimental 4x4 staff truck, tested for command transport and reconnaissance. Crews evaluated its reliability and off-road capabilities.